Hey everyone, and welcome to Darkson Gaming. My name is Chris, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the Red Coin Shop and the units that are now available thanks to the dual Dokkan Fest of the 350 million download celebration, basically off of Goku and Frieza's banners. So, this is actually one of those times that you really want to kind of think about, like, hey, been hanging on to these red coins maybe for a while. I'm trying to figure out which ones I really should go after. And I'll tell you what, if there was ever a time that you've been thinking about unloading some of the red coins, now's the time to probably be doing it. First and foremost, probably the most important thing before we actually start talking about each individual unit is you got to make sure you're done summoning. Because if you're not done summoning and you turn around and pull one of these units, then you've wasted your red coins. So don't use the red coins unless you are done summoning. Next, make sure you're going off of your box. Don't turn around and base everything off the decisions that I tell you to do, because if I tell you to go after someone and you have no one else that can support with them, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble because you can't build a good team. So make sure you're going off of your box and units that are going to definitely greatly help you out. And if one of these units do, then pick them up. So, without any further ado, the very first unit that I would suggest is going to be this bad boy right here. Fused Hope Goku and Vegeta Angel. They are the STR Vegito unit, and I think, in my opinion, the best unit in the game, potentially, you know, I guess I'll say top 5, just because, like, you're splitting hairs when you get to that top 5, but definitely a top tier unit in the game. So the reason why I suggest this is because of the fact of just how versatile they are. You only need one copy of them. They can pretty much do just about anything with their single copy. Not to mention they lead some pretty big categories with the Majin Buu saga and the Battle of Whis. So they're going to be good leaders for you. They're going to have the a pretty decent super attack. Plus they have a bit of a, well, obviously a transformation mechanic built in. But the thing that's nice is that you don't have to worry about building a team around them to try to get ki, because they are able to get an additional ki per key sphere that they obtain. So every key sphere they get 2, and then if it's a red key sphere, they actually are getting 3. So it's very beneficial to be able to have them. Not to mention they do have some damage reduction built in, and then a medium chance of launching an additional super attack. So their build kit actually allows you to go full crit with them, and you're going to be pretty well set. They do have some good categories. Majin Buu Saga, Potara, Pure Saiyans, which is really good, obviously. Joined Forces is okay. Super Saiyans is a great team, especially if you were able to pull the new Goku. Kamehameha, Final Trump Card, and then again, Battle of Whis. So these guys are very good, and a definite recommendation, like I said. I mean, I do want to kind of come up with a couple different videos for them. I mean, this Super Vegito unit here, I mean, not only are you recovering 50% of your health, but he's able to counter regular attacks, and he can foresee super attacks, which is probably the best ability in the game. So definitely a huge boost. You can put him wherever he's going to be needed. You throw on any defensive item on him, and he's going to survive any level at this point, and then turn around and hopefully counter at each one of his counters can crit. And if you go full crit with him, and then you're talking about million damage every single time he's getting attacked. So, I mean, he can do some pretty crazy damage. Next, I would suggest would be his counterpart, Majin Buu. Now, the thing that's interesting about Gotenks and with Vegito is that they are actually the units from last year. And that's what makes this year's units so interesting, is they didn't come back for like 10, 11 months. So when these guys are gone, unless they change something and we get caught up with JP before the 7th year anniversary for JP, we're not going to see these guys for 10, 11 months. So the other thing that's pretty important is you're talking about these units being a year old, and they are still top units. So that says something about their kit. But very similar. I'll tell you what, my Majin Buu teams, not only is he in Majin Buu Saga, but the Artificial Life Forms, Majin Power, Power Absorption, great teams. Units that you could really pick up in a lot of different ways with some of the different Majin units that are out there. Infinitely raises attack, infinitely raises defense on his 18 key, so he's very similar to Frieza on that standpoint. Not to mention he's going to recover 12 HP at the start of each turn, and then when he transforms over into Majin Buu Ultimate Gohan, then he's a beast, 10% recovery, and then again he's raising his attack for both his 12 and 18 key, but he's just devastating. I mean, he's consistently, even at 55%, going to be delivering a 3.5 to 4 million attack stat. And then his teams, they just they link so well. So just a great team. I mean, you can actually make a pure physical mono Majin Buu power absorption team that's just absolutely devastating. So definitely something you want to think about. I mean, this right here, the Majin Buu category is just a huge category. I mean, so there's tons of opportunities to be able to pull units off these guys. Again, you kind of see, again, some different things you can kind of pull together. And like I was talking about, a lot of the Majin Buu absorbed units are pretty easy to find. These guys are pretty easy. I mean, you can pick up this guy right here off of red stones, and then even these guys here are pretty easy to get a hold of. I think he's even available right now with red stones. And then again, obviously all of the different physical units that go along with them. So another redstone unit right here. So pretty easy to be able to come along with these guys and be able to do that. So those are my top two. Now, following up on the next ones, it's going to be the 2 GT Heroes units that came out, Goku and Vegeta. And the reason why I recommend these guys, I mean, I am actually, I've got this guy at 100% now, so I'm good to go on him. I only have one copy of this guy, and I'm very, very, very seriously considering buying 2 copies of him because he is that good. You're talking about TUR units that consistently hit 4 million plus. They are able to change orbs. They are able to boost categories, boost themselves with a GT category, and then they have pretty easy active skills. You know, can be active after producing 4 or more super attacks. You know, it could happen starting on turn 3. I mean, that's you know, pretty good to be able to get those activation skills to really kind of go off, and pretty interesting on that. Not to mention the fact that they are on 2 very strong teams. Pure Saiyans they are both on. They are both on Super Saiyans, and then each one has Goku family, Vegeta family, respectively, and then Giant Ape Power, which again is just a powerhouse. And then they have some great support units that can go along with them if you actually are able to pull their side units that are on every single banner. So these 2 guys are very, very good. This Goku in particular, if you have not beaten the Punching Bag event, is fantastic to be able to do that. With the fact that he is changing Rainbow Key Spheres, and then you throw in some other boosts to go along with it, he's boosting himself with 20% attack. Then you get the 33% attack from, I think, the Vegeta Blue that's out. So, I mean, he's huge. Definitely 2 units that if you are even thinking about doing something and you don't have these units, grab these guys because they're very versatile, being on Pure Saiyans, Vegeta, Goku family, Super Saiyans. So they're going to have lots of uses on teams that you could throw them on. Not to mention they've got some pretty good links to boot. I mean, they both have Fierce Battle, Prepared for Battle, Super Saiyan, and then Golden Warrior. I believe they both have Golden Warrior. Yeah, so the only one is either Kamehameha or Prodigies and Royal Lineage and Saiyan Lineage. So, you know, they are each other's great linking partners. So if you have 800 red coins and you're thinking about doing something, they are better than most LRs at this point in the game. I mean, they really are. So, good choices. Now, some other units that if you have everything, you have those other 4 units and you're good to go, here are 2 units that I love. I love these guys, all right? And it's going to be these 2 units right here. It's the Goku, really, they become Vegito, and Gogeta. These 2 units were really good when they came out. You're talking about units that are 3 years old, and with them being Rainbow, they're still hitting 3.5 million. They tank anything. Then they have the ability to transform. They both transform either into Super Gogeta or Vegito, depending upon which one you have, and it's a full recovery. 6 turns, that's it. Just 6 turns after battle, 50% HP or less. Bam, you're good. So, very, very good on that standpoint. Not to mention with this one going together specifically with him, I mean, he's producing Rainbow Key Spheres. So, a good little boost that you could turn around and have added to it. Not to mention the fact that they're both Pure Saiyans now, so they can be ran together. So, they're both on Super Saiyans, can be ran together. So 2 very, very good units if you're turning around, seeing them transform. Some good things to be able to go with. One other final unit that I would suggest if you haven't made that decision is Cooler. Cooler going into it, the reason why I like him so much is he's very versatile. If you're looking for someone that's going to give you a great leader skill, Terrifying Conqueror's transformation boosts, 2 units and 2 levels that are very good. I mean, you constantly have Wicked Bloodlines characters that are constantly going to be coming out, so he's always going to be having that boost. But the fact that they're able to be a booster, then turn around and transform into final form Cooler after, I believe it's turn 4, isn't that? Transformation can be activated when there is a Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans category from the 3rd turn, otherwise when only facing one enemy starting from the 6th turn. So you're talking about Pure Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans, 75% of the game. 75% of the game, they're going to be able to transform, and starting from turn 3. And if he's going against a Pure Saiyans or Hybrid, you don't have to be fighting against them. They just have to be in there. So Super Battle Road, just don't go after the Pure Saiyan or Hybrid Saiyan and go after everybody else. Guaranteed crits. Just bam, guaranteed crits. He's going to be, before he transforms, or no, I'm sorry, after he transforms, he's infinitely stacking his attack. He's getting additional additional attacks guaranteed with a chance of him becoming super attacks. You throw additional onto him because he's guaranteed critting. You have a chance to be able to 3 crit right away. So a very good opportunity there. So otherwise, that's going to kind of wrap everything up as far as my thought process on who to get with the red coins. I mean, obviously at the end of the day, like I said, if you're turning around and, oh, wrong page. If you're turning around and you have Cell Saga, and all you need is Cell to finish off your Cell Saga, your Android Saga team, or Kamehameha team, you need this Gohan, pick them up. You know, they're gonna help you out. Most definitely. So you have to go off of your box. But those are just some of my recommendations. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I want to hear about what kind of things you want to guys pick up on your red coins. But otherwise, that's it. That's today's video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you're going down, hitting that red subscribe button. And don't forget that notification bell so you're notified each and every time that I'm uploading a new video. But otherwise, that's it. That's today's video. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll talk to you guys later.